Okay, hello to all of our gear friends. This is Gear Gabs, a video podcast brought to you by the Women of Women's Gear Index. So we are a gear review website geared towards women's trail running, all things gear, apparel, shoes, nutrition, and we are just here to talk about what we're liking and put some more women's voices in the gear review space. So today we're just going to go over things we've been loving for the summer, what we've been up to, and yeah, let's get it going. So, Annie, how's it been?
Hi, everybody. Things have been really good. It's so busy and so hot. It's been honestly just very hot. I don't know. That's all I can think about
Hey,
is
what is hot there?
Like
well,
95.
yes.
Like
yes.
it's like proper hot. It's not like we're not like being
No.
You're not like Bay Area hot.
we're not like being dramatic. It's like
Yeah.
hot. Like
Yeah.
I went outside today and it was like I think it's been in the 70s over here and I was like, "Oh, I don't like hate everybody and everything."
No, and I was like cold. Last night I took the dog for a walk and it was 72 and I literally was like, I need a sweatshirt. I need I think my body, like my physiology has changed drastically in the last 3 weeks because
So heat adapted.
yes, I'm extremely heat adapted. And I heard that so I'm training for CCC, which is in a little over 3 weeks. And I guess there's like a heat wave happening over in Europe, but I was looking at their heat wave and not to compare heat waves, but it's not as hot as our heat wave. So I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at. Cause I ran, so over the weekend, I've been doing a lot of big back-to-back days and I ran 6 hours in 92-degree heat on Saturday. And then followed it up with a 3-hour day and it was only 87 that day. So it felt great. So
Are you in a lot of tree areas, shaded, or are you're out there?
I was kind of a mix, but a lot of it was just sort of out there. And the first day, the big day, I went up into the Alpine in Grand Teton National Park. Up in Garnet Canyon. And so it was very exposed. And I was wearing the Radical Airflow, which is not something I would have expected that I would have been wearing in the Alpine. But I put on a lot of sunscreen and it helped. So.
Oh my gosh, sun.
Yeah, what sunscreen are you using?
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm obsessed with Tannery sunscreen and yeah, I just I had the chance to meet them. Well, I found out about this sunscreen at Black Canyon 2 years ago when I showed up and forgot sunscreen at Black Canyon, which was a terrible idea. And they were strategically positioned throughout the course and had booths set up and they were selling sunscreen. And they're just great people. And the sunscreen is so good. It's so sweat proof. I am always consistently impressed by how well it works. So shout out to Tannery, big fan. So that's what's up with me. I'm just reapplying sunscreen and doing a lot of back-to-back days. Yeah. But what about you guys? You guys have big life things happening with you both. So yeah, I want to hear how things have been going.
Yeah, Rachel, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I would just I'm going to put a PSA out there. I really took one for the team and wore a Radical Airflow without sunscreen. I had sunscreen on my face, but I did not have sunscreen on my shoulders or anywhere on my body that is covered up, but also there were a ton of holes. And I was like, I don't know, I'm probably not going to get sunburned. And I did get sunburned. And I have I had a really nice pattern and then it turned into a little bit of a tan and now it's but it was edgy. I'd say that was I felt edgy.
I thought it looked pretty cool, but so can you explain to the audience, because my assumption was that it was going to be little dots, you were going to be covered in little dots, but that is not what ended up happening. Tell us about this sunburn.
It was kind of tiger striped.
Mm-hmm.
And there were little dots, but it was also they were almost connected.
Yeah.
And there were 3 stripes.
That's how strong the sun is. It made it through all of the fabric.
Yeah, I just didn't think. I was
I wouldn't have thought that either.
I'm gonna keep talking.
I really think that this is some of the like value that WGI brings to the running community is that we are doing the hard work of, taking risks and not wearing sunscreen under our radical airflows so that we can bring the answers to the people. So
yeah, the people got to know, does the airflow sunburn or not? And it looks
yes.
like Rachel froze a little, so hopefully she comes back.
So Rebecca, tell us what's going on in your life. You have boxes
Oh my
behind
gosh.
you.
It's been so many things. My husband and I are really happy that we've successfully bought a home. So we have a mortgage. Yay. And we celebrated our 1 year wedding anniversary. So, we got the marriage and mortgage all happening in the last week. And the home buying process is crazy. It's really crazy in the Bay Area. So I'm really proud of us for making it through and successfully moving. So that's why there's some boxes behind me. This is the least unpacked room in the house, but it is a really nice room. And we're getting settled in. We're still in Oakland, and we're a little closer to Lake Merritt. And I can easily hop on a trail in Diamond Park that's like half a mile away and like connect it up to all of our regional parks. So I'm really excited to start doing that more. And just, I love being able to run on the trails from home. And previously we were like 2.5 miles from a trailhead. So it's like just far enough that you're not really getting that much trail time. So now I can really just like put on my actual trail shoes and hop out the door instead of needing to, wear a road shoe that can do trail or a hybrid shoe. Yeah, so we've been doing all of that. And then also I'm still training for OCC, which has been smushed in between everything. But I'm really grateful that I think this training block has been very like process oriented and like training is fitting into my life with all the other stressors. And I think I've been doing a good job at like getting things done. And after this, I'm going to go do my Stairmaster it's double for the day, which I've actually been really enjoying because I get to watch this really trashy TV show called Outlast the Jungle on Netflix.
Wow.
And I only watch it on the Stairmaster, so I really stay engaged. And yeah, if you need something to pass the time, I would really recommend that or like any love reality TV show.
You're like, Ray, I have like a 5-hour gym session. Don't
Like, don't worry about it.
At gym. So I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Just the time is just flying by when you're watching people constantly backstab,
Yeah.
Convince me. I love a good reality love TV show.
Big fan. That was my winter on the treadmill. So Rebecca, nice work. Those like double sessions are awesome. I feel like with the hiking and the demands of those European races they're just so verdy. So it's just
and we don't have mountains, like you have over there. So and I just have actually really liked the Stairmaster over like a uphill treadmill because it's like a little lower impact and like I get knee stuff every now and then. So it's actually been really helpful for my knees, it feels like, and I feel a lot stronger. And even on like my long runs, I'm able to just kind of like just bop up, just be like, all right, just one step after another. Right. That's what we're doing. And practicing with poles, when I can, because I don't get to do that a lot. So
yeah. Nice.
All the journey. Yeah.
Well, very excited. So happy for you guys in your house and your 1 year anniversary. And yeah, excited. It'll be fun to see you in Chamonix soon. I can't wait.
I know, we're all going to be together.
Yeah. So Rachel, you're leaving for Chamonix in like a little over 10 days.
Yeah.
What you have some things happening between now and then, don't you?
Yeah. I do. So we're also moving. We bought a townhome that is like literally I could probably almost throw a rock at Annie's townhome. So we're gonna be like a minute walk.
You can do strides like between
literally. So that's really exciting. We're also moving and it was really like trying to buy in Teton County, Wyoming is impossible unless you're like a millionaire. And then in Teton County, Idaho, it's also really expensive and really like, it can be really aggressive too. I think we got really like, ours was like no, we have to find a new place to live. We're going to be paying like so much in rent. We should look at buying something. And it was kind of like the push we needed. But like, talk about things they should teach you in school, how to buy something like a house and what a mortgage is and what it includes. I mean, I know what a mortgage is, but like what it includes and what you need and like closing costs and like all of this stuff that like don't care about geometry, but like would really be benefit from that, as well as like
It's
maybe
more life skills classes. Yeah.
right, like anything, so I don't know. I was just like mind blown. I was like, what? Like, why aren't there? How do you know? How do people know how to do this stuff?
It's a lot.
We have a good agent. Well, I guess, do you have an agent if you were like, wow,
yeah,
so
we have a friend who was a realtor.
like,
We went through, and who was super helpful. I'm kind of just like, okay, like I trust you. Thanks.
Yeah.
So we're moving. So, gosh, in like this span of a month, it will be a month. It will be a little bit less than a month when we close on August 10th. We found out we were losing our housing, and then we went under contract, and then we're closing and moving, and then 5 days later I go to Chamonix, which is like honestly kind of great because it means like maybe I won't have to unpack everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm whispering like
just
everyone
shove
like,
it in the garage.
Please. Don't tell anyone. So super exciting and a little stressful, like just a lot going on. And I also have like, I'm working through tendonitis issues, which is like they plague, my feet are unwell, in general. And I'm plagued by tendonitis. And so trying to like navigate all of that and like PTing myself and still I backed off running for like 2 weeks so drastically, and it doesn't help. Because that's not really tendonitis. Like, I mean, it can help, but it doesn't make it significantly worse to keep running. So I'm just trying to like find that balance of what works. And also I'm going to go like blow myself out of the water in Chamonix. So it doesn't matter. Just get to Chamonix and then like you can really do it big.
Yeah. Maybe the bread will heal you. You never
The bread,
know. Yeah.
You'll run from little snack hut to snack hut. And yeah, I was watching Rest Day Live yesterday, not to make a total diversion, but Rachel Entrican did a big run and she was like, I think the title was like fucking hard, but I love the little snack huts. The snacks. And I was like, So you just got to get there. You'll have the snack huts. You'll have the good vibes. You'll have the good views. And
I'm going to feel great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're dealing with that, Rachel. It's I think we over the course of this podcast, we've all had our share of things.
That's just training, you know.
That's training, yeah. And I think that I can get it. I honestly think that like footwork is so important, and some people can get by without doing it, and I am just not a person that can have weak feet, and I think that is what it is. I've got weak feet and some weak glutes, perhaps. And so that's what I'm working on.
It's always the glutes.
It's always the glutes.
It's like, what hurts? It's your glutes.
It's definitely the glutes. Oh gosh. Well, so we'll all be in person in a couple weeks, but I know we've all been like, testing out a lot of things, and I can't believe that it's already August, and I think now is probably an appropriate time to share some of the things that we've been loving as we've worked through our summer of training. So yeah, excited to dive into a few things. Does anybody have like something particularly exciting that they want to start with chatting about on our summer gear roundup?
Just say one thing, because I think, I told everybody this was going to be my summer personality, and that's the very large rabbit bucket hat that I was wearing around Broken Arrow weekend and have since worn on like multiple other long runs. And, it's just great. It keeps your neck protected. Like it really helps with the shade, honestly. And I'm not a big sunglasses wearer, and So I really like having like the big brim because I don't usually like wearing sunglasses. I'll still like put them on and off. And even when I have worn sunglasses with it, it's like not, getting in the way or anything. But I just gotta say, I love that hat. I think more people should get it. I will continue wearing it long after this summer.
Is it like floppy?
No.
Rachel, you haven't worn
And
it?
I've also like dunked it. We did a training camp in Mammoth and I dunked it in rivers and like put it on. And then it was nice because then it was like little drops coming off the brim onto my shoulders, just a little extra cooling. So
Okay, I
yeah,
like
Rabbit's got
that.
some good stuff.
I like that. Okay, question for you, follow up. Are you gonna race in it?
No. I
Okay.
won't race in it. I think it's like a little too big for a race. It's more of a like I'm going on a nice long run adventure, but I
Okay.
think I might bring it
You should bring
because
it.
it is neck protection, like in case the hot weather kit. Like I
Oh,
don't know if that would count, but it is like long, like big enough in the back that like the neck is protected. But I would still plan on bringing like a bandana or something. But I'll bring it just in case. But yeah, it doesn't really scream race to me.
Yeah, I guess
Never know,
that's
maybe I'll
true.
be in the mood. I
I just
also
had a
I like
vision.
racing in something just kind of silly. So why
I had a
not?
vision of you like out on a long run and like looking at the flowers and then like seeing a weed and being like, oh, like I gotta pull that weed. I got like my hat on was like
Like
yeah,
yeah.
like a little bit of
Get
like
some
that.
like gardening gloves and like
Hats.
it's like
That was the vision that I had.
yeah. It's great.
Rebecca, I'm glad that you like that hat. I've worn it a few times and I enjoy it too. I think we wore it matching around
Yeah.
Broken Arrow weekend. I've also been wearing this one a bit too, and it's really
Ice
like lightweight.
pockets.
I think I just have like a very small head. I'm not sure, but like, does anyone else have like an issue with hats? Like, I have to cinch them all the way down, and then this thing is always flopping. So
Wait, you can tuck
I
it
feel
in
like where?
on the opposite side.
Yeah, normally there's like a little
Mine doesn't
pocket
have a
guy,
tuck.
like where you pull it out,
I don't
but you
think
can
mine.
like tuck it
You
back
guys
in.
might have to.
But I don't have that. I have a big head, so I have the opposite problem.
Yeah, right in
I
there.
don't. Maybe I can tuck it in. Okay, well that solved a problem. See, it were you know
Yeah.
we got to have this podcast
Yeah.
solve problems because if I had that problem, then other people probably had that problem too. I'll report back.
I have had that problem and I've been like, this is insane. How does anybody wear a hat like this? And then I was like, started to play with it a little bit more and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Has anybody worn the Radical Airflow hat? Speaking of hats.
I have, and I gotta say, it's just a hat. I'm sorry.
I don't think
Sorry. It's just maybe if you have less hair, like maybe if you're someone who has light amounts of hair on top, you can like feel it. But I swear I cannot tell the difference, and I like just my thin hats better. But
I've taken a lot of photos in it. My like vibe, I'm gonna like stick with an edgy theme, and like my vibe for that hat is like I'm back in the 90s and like I'm wearing it sideways and I might have like the Radical Airflow crop on too and like a low rise jean mini skirt and maybe like a studded belt. I'm going to
a studded belt. Oh my gosh, Radical Airflow plus studded belt is the vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what's up with me and like visions with hats right now, but like that's my vision for that hat.
It's a good vision board.
That's my storyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, I support that.
Yeah.
Okay, really quickly before we get in, I just really wanted to share some thoughts I had on Radical Airflow. But yes, this does work for the audience. Great. And this is a Boko Gear Rabbit collab hat, and it has a nice little thing. And look how much nicer this looks. What a great turnaround that was for me on this podcast. Okay, you guys, I truly think that Radical Airflow, and I am not just saying this. Like Nike sent us Radical Airflow, the tank, the tee, and the long sleeve to test. And
the hat. Yeah.
And the hat, of course. Yes, I did not buy that. It's been like such a game changer for me in the last couple weeks with the heat. Like over the weekend, I mentioned that I was wearing it. I like took it. I put it in my pack and then I put it on like halfway through my long run. I dipped it in this like alpine like stream that was so cold, and I put it on, and it made such a difference in like just my perceived like heat exhaustion feeling. And that was just the tank because I didn't want to bring the long sleeve because it was like too bulky to put in my pack because I also had all my CCC gear. And then the next day I was doing kind of a loop where I would loop back to the car. And so I brought two. I brought the short sleeve and the long sleeve, and I put them in the freezer. I got them wet and put them in the freezer and then put them in the cooler and swapped them out halfway, wearing also the East Peak Ice bandana. And I mean, I think it really made a huge difference in just like how my body temperature, like just the exertion feeling of like feeling like I was working really hard. I think my take is that like it really does work, and like it's been such a game changer for me, and I'm really happy with it. And I think that like if you're somebody that runs really hot or just like feels really hot all the time, it's something you might want to check out. That's my plug. I think we'll do like a full write up on like specifically on them and like maybe how we've all used each of the different pieces, but that's my take. I had to say it because I would have been so hot lately. Like it's been huge.
Well, I tried that with this one, the long sleeve one, before we ran together on Teton Pass the other weekend, and I got it wet, put it in the freezer for like 5 minutes, took it out, and then it was still like pretty frozen. It wasn't frozen, but it was like stuck together. Like it was a little frozen, I guess, together. And I put it on top of the pass. And then I got cold immediately. And obviously it was in the freezer, so maybe that was it. But then when we were going up Mount Glory, which is like quite a miserable grade, I remember when the wind blew on me, I felt like very cold, like a very cool sensation. So that was nice. I think I'm still, like, the jury's still out for me personally, but I'm obsessed with the short sleeve one, and I actually just like to wear, like, I think it looks good as a shirt running, and so I'm still testing it out. It certainly doesn't hurt. Like when I do think it helps. I'm just not sure the extent yet for me personally. I remember when I saw these. Did they debut last year at States or something?
Yes.
Was it like 2025
Drew
Western
was
States?
wearing. Yeah.
So I remember seeing that, and I like could not wrap my head around how that would feel good on you with like the sleeves and everything. I don't like sun shirts. I don't like things touching my arms. And I will say, like, again, we're gonna do a longer review, but like I didn't mind wearing the long sleeve shirt, which was shocking to me. So
yeah, Rebecca, what are your thoughts? Because I've worn mine like quite a lot. Like I've probably worn mine every single like day that I've gone out when it's been hot. So I would say like at least a dozen times I've worn some sort of radical airflow. I'm curious what are your like initial impressions?
Well, I feel like I'm always the skeptic. I'm like always the biggest skeptic of like all these tech things. And I wore the long sleeve on we were all matching in our outfits weekends ago. And I feel like I don't notice that much of a difference. And I wonder if it's because I do sweat so heavy that like I'm always drenching whatever shirt I'm wearing. And so my body does a good job like producing beads of sweat. And then if the wind hits that, like I feel cool anyway. So I feel like my body makes its own airflow. So I was trying to be like, okay, if this is just a normal sweaty day, like am I feeling cooler or warmer than like when I have this shirt on? And I don't know if I noticed like so much of a difference, but also I think the day that I wore it wasn't very breezy. It was like pretty stagnant air, which made a difference. I wore one like I wore the short sleeve in the morning once on like a warmer morning, and that actually felt really nice because then when you run through the shade and it's a little breeze, I felt like then I could like really tell. So I do think that there are like it definitely makes some kind of difference, but I think I agree with Rachel. Like, I feel like I haven't really tested it to like the limit yet. I feel like really what I need to do is do like a Mount Diablo run in it,
Yeah.
soaking, and that would make a difference.
What temperature? I'm also curious, like what temperature when you wore the long sleeve, like what was the temperature outside?
I don't think it got to like above 80. So like
Oh,
I don't think I think like 80 is probably when you see the biggest difference. And I should have worn it this past weekend because it was like in the 80s at the end of the run. So yeah, I will need to do it again.
yeah. I
Do
feel
some more
like
testing when it's very, very hot.
I
I
think
would say, yeah. Go ahead, Rachel.
Well, I was going to say, you brought up a good point the other day, or I don't know when it was, but Annie said something along the lines of like, what you should do is like, I think because you've done this, is wear a regular shirt and then change into the radical airflow.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Actually, like, talk about like good gear testing. That's a great way
Yeah.
to actually like tangibly feel if there's a difference because it's in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say like the other thing, I definitely think that with hotter temps, like I mean, I'm talking it was 90. It actually got up, I guess, looking at my temperature like on Training Peaks, it said it got up to 98 on Saturday, and like that's where I'm like, okay, this where I do think you can tell like a 5 or 10% difference like really does make a difference. So,
yeah, you can definitely see that.
but yeah,
The loops is a good idea, or like doing a loop and changing the shirt is a really good idea.
yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what you guys think as you keep testing it, and like I think it's always good to get like so many different perspectives. I am also a very sweaty sweat. I'm really like I have been so sweaty. I think I'm like very sweaty, but then also like extremely salty. All of my clothes have been just completely caked in salt, like really insane. So yeah, it's been yeah. So anyways, I think that's like probably one of the biggest pieces of gear this summer where I'm just like where I feel like I've been trying to navigate like doing these back-to-back runs and like try to sleep in a little bit to get a little extra rest. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm starting my run at noon. And that's like it has really helped.
I noticed that this is gonna sound really creepy. I was checking my friends' locations on Sunday.
Oh boy.
And I was like, oh, Annie hasn't started her run yet. It's so hot out. And but it was like, I mean, it was the day after your 6-hour run. So like, I'm not coming from a place of judgment because like, I don't even care about beating the heat. I'm like, I would rather sleep than beat the heat, to my detriment. And I was like, no. And then I was like, oh my, she told me she was going up like Crystal Butte, which is this like very steep, very exposed ridge. Like there's no trees. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. See, this is why I need the radical airflow. I'm like, this is making very poor choices.
Here's marketing. With radical airflow, you don't need to wake up early to beat the heat.
Yeah,
sleep in. Sleep in.
Actually,
just don't do it early.
Yeah, just don't do it early. Just do it later. Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. So, anyways, that was my like big thing. How has the pole testing been going for you guys? And like, tell me about how that's what's been.
I love those Black Diamond poles. Carbon Z. Now I forget the official name.
Yeah, the Carbon Z
FKT.
Carbon Z. And they have the little gloves and the magnets. Oh my gosh, we put those on a reel, and I love them so much, especially because you can like release them like with one hand. Like you don't have to like do one and the other. Like, oh, they're amazing. I wore those gloves with the long sleeve airflow, and I literally felt like I was going to like a German club. It was like my little fingerless glove and my like meshy airflow shirt, and I was like, I'm ready to club.
All you needed was the hat.
Yeah. Yeah. And all I needed was a studded belt, you know?
Yeah. Probably like the satisfied jean
and like
running shorts.
I feel like I need like a little like leather cap.
Yeah. So with like a little tiny brim.
Yeah.
That's what I envisioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think, the magnet is like so key because like this, I'm not shit talking Lucky. Like my Lucky Pulse took me around UT or in UT around Mont Blanc. There we go. But like One of them is really sticky and it always has been sticky. Like they're ancient now, but when they weren't ancient, it was really sticky. And I would be like jamming it on the ground, like trying to get my thumb out or trying to get the glove out. And that would always, I mean, it would just frustrate me so much because it was never a smooth transition. And a lot of times I would have to I would either jam or have to do my both hands. And so, I just thought it was it's like a great technology of a pole, which is, I can't believe that's coming out of my mouth, but it's like a seamless
the little
integration in
things,
my mind.
as
The
you
little
know.
things.
Yeah.
No, it really is the little things. And I saw those poles at TrailCon because Black Diamond had a booth there. And yeah, I think I highlighted as one of the more innovative pieces of tech. And it's something that you do so many times. Like if you think about 100-mile race or 100K or 50K, like the number of times that you're putting your poles, connecting your gloves to your poles or, swapping them in and out or carrying your poles and running, it's happening so many times. And it's just if you can make that just 5 or 10% better, it really does add up. And I think it's those details that I really appreciate brands thinking about. And yeah, I'm really stoked on just the technology, and it's just so nice. Because yeah, I don't want to, I hate running with my poles. I feel like it feels so awkward. It's the worst. I just want to take my poles out.
I'd rather not have poles than run with poles. And that was the thing with when I remember when I couldn't get out of my poles, I would just be like, well, then I'm just not going to use them. My transitions became less and less because I was just mad.
Yeah.
I was being spiteful.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is I still think that Lucky does have the advantage in the weight category. The Black Diamond poles are a little bit heavier. But I think if you're, maybe if you are running a race that doesn't have a crazy required gear list, or you don't mind just a little bit of extra weight, or if it's a 100-mile race where you are going to be using that mechanism so many times, I think that it's a very worthy trade-off to have a little bit of extra weight. Because it's just so seamless and it's so nice. And the gloves are more comfortable than the Lucky gloves. I said what I said. They're lighter and they're not as they aren't as heavy and kind of stick to your hands feeling. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan of those. So what else are you guys loving?
This.
Oh yeah. That's a great vest.
Yeah. The Arc'teryx Norbin vest. It's so, I don't know. I just really like it. I think Arc'teryx, we just dropped here's a plug for our Silent 2 review from Arc'teryx. We just dropped that today. And yeah, I think that Arc'teryx has always been a premier brand in the ski world and climbing world, and even they've got really expensive streetwear. And it's just a quality brand. And so I think this vest isn't new, it's been out for a little bit, but to see them pay more attention, invest in the trail space and update the shoes with the Silent 2 and add a carbon fork, and they're adding really stout females to their roster, their trail team, and just to see them kind of taking this leap into trail running. Yeah, I just think they're so quality that they just nailed it with this vest, and it's great to see that transfers over from skiing to running.
I really love the torso fit of that vest because it fits a little higher on the torso where it doesn't feel like I never have had to pull it down. You can get it to the right spot pretty quickly. And yeah, and it just the
Really
pockets are nice. I love the mesh. Yeah, I wore that this weekend.
Yeah, I'd say I feel like that that vest is great for up to a 3 to 4 hour run. I feel like we used it when we did that loop. Rachel and I did a big loop in the park that took 4 hours. It was 20 something miles, and it was able to hold everything we needed for that. My only couple critiques with the vest, I think it's wonderful, and I love it really doesn't bounce. I know a lot of vests are no bounce, this doesn't bounce, and but that one actually really does not bounce. And The only things I have like 2 notes on it that like keep me from being like it's the best. It needs a zipper pocket. Like I wish that they had put a zipper pocket for a phone and keys. And I think that would have made a huge difference. And then the last thing is, the way that they expect you to carry poles is very like irrational. I'm sorry. I don't,
I haven't tried it.
The forward. Yeah.
Yes. Is anyone carrying their poles like that?
I don't know.
Well, I did something really cool and just took all of the things off without realizing what they were for. And I was like, don't need these, don't want them, no. And then I see a picture and I was like, oh, okay, that's how you carry your poles in this vest. I actually haven't tried it. But yeah, I agree.
I know. Well, that is nice.
Man.
I think that that's actually a nice feature. Like the Osprey vest does that. They girth hitch all of the straps on so that if there are straps that you don't need, you can take them off and they're not like flapping around, because a lot of vests, they just like, they fully attach them and you can't remove them. And so I do like that. But yeah, I think it would be nice if there was a attachment for a quiver, because I think quivers are the best way to carry your poles. And that's just, at least that's my opinion. I know some people like to put them on their belt or some, on your shorts, but I just love, it's just so fun taking it out of the quiver. You're just like, I don't know. It's very silly, but so yeah, those are my 2 notes. But otherwise, I love that vest. I think it's great. It's super comfortable.
Well, and also nice just for like an hour and a half run too, where it's like it was hot this weekend. Yeah, so I like brought it like hour and a half. I was like, great, I just need a little extra water, extra snack.
Yeah,
easy.
It's great.
I was going to say, in the like spirit of UTMB and all the races coming up, I would be really curious about how required gear does or does not fit. I think you could. I don't think it would be. I think you could, but I don't think it would be as
with a belt. I think
with a belt, maybe, or you would look like a turtle. Like it would be, you'd be turtle. Like it would.
I'm confident I could do it. I'm not confident it would be comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and some things would be coming out. You'd have like your jacket. It would be like a little, I don't know, like a plant.
You know what? I don't think I could do it with all my nutrition and get bottles in comfortably. Like, I think at a certain point, I'm being so maxed out that it's like, you can't move. Yeah. But I think you could do it.
I think you could. It's whether you should. Because there's like so many parts of UTMB. I mean, for CCC, I'm going to have to carry nutrition for like 6.5 hours for like the first 34 miles or something. So I'm bringing like 14 gels. So I don't even know like if I could get all that in there. I don't know.
Wait, which gels are you?
Yeah. Should we talk about what nutrition we're loving? I'll go first. I'm like obsessed with the Intervit gels. I know, like, I feel like everybody's been talking about them. They're all sold out everywhere. It's very sad, but I probably shouldn't say this, but I did order 24 mango gels, even though they were sold out on the feed. I found them at Salt Lake Running Company, and I ordered a bunch of them, and they're on their way right now, and I'm saving them specifically for CCC. So,
man, must have hit the feed on the right day, because I got a box of mango gels.
You did? Wait, what do you think?
Yeah, I love them. I think they're great. I only got to try like a little bit of one once because my husband got them. And then, Annie, you were talking about so much. I was like, you know what? I'll get them. I think it would be nice to have another like 40-gram gel option. And yeah, they go down really easy.
They're the only gel that I eat. I literally can't eat. Like, I cannot do Science and Sport anymore. I can do Never Second sometimes, but it has sodium in it, so I have to be careful with that. But I'm going to make this plug, and I realize that I have now said this. This is like a second time I will say this on a podcast. Try the cola one. It's so good.
So good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Does it have caffeine?
Yeah. And it's really good.
And I will say, I have been a big fan. I love caffeine. Like, I can't say on this podcast how much caffeine I take. It's,
No, she can't.
It's a lot.
It would be dangerous for other people to know.
Yeah, please do not do what I do. But during races, I take so many of those Precision 100 caffeine gels because I'm like a caffeine responder, and so I just love caffeine, and my body like absorbs it, and it's just amazing. So I'm gonna swap out the Precision caffeine gels for those cola gels because they taste a lot better. The Precision ones, truly, the first time I took them, I was like, "This is poison. I'm pretty sure they put poison in this."
Bitter. Yeah.
It's so bitter. It's awful. But then you feel good. So you're like, I'll take it. Like if this tastes awful, but
that's funny. I can't take Precision caffeine. I really like Precision gels, but the caffeine doesn't sit well with me for some reason. I wonder
weird.
what it is. Like, I wonder why some caffeine. I don't know. That's really confusing now because I really like their normal gels and like the 90-gram gels. Like they're like rocket fuel for me. But but for some reason the Precision caffeine doesn't sit well.
Huh, that's so
I also got to
interesting.
try the watermelon chews.
What do you think of those?
They're pretty good. I like the normal chews. I think I like the like unflavored ones the best. The watermelon ones are good to have something different, but I think like they just taste a little sweeter.
I agree.
But I mean, I'm like, you know what? I like watermelon flavor. This is a nice little change of pace every now and then. And I just like the texture of those because it's kind of like the mochi, like easy to bite through, easy to chew. It's not like it doesn't seem like it would get too tough ever.
Yeah, I know. Those are I keep those in my back pocket when it's like, I'm like, no more gels. Or if like some sort of GI, like something happens, I can usually like kind of chew on those or just like put it, like, I think Katie Asmith was like, I'll just put one in my cheek. and I'm like, that honestly works pretty well. You're getting some of the nutrients, or carbs. But yeah, I've also been experimenting with real food lately, which has been interesting, and just like little bits to kind of help like mix up because like CCC hopefully is going to be like 13 to 15 hours, something like that. That's a long time to just be doing gels. So I've been mixing in some real food, making those like scratch rice cakes.
Oh yeah.
Rachel ate one last weekend. Rachel, what did you think of my creation?
Yeah, they were so good. I was starting the run. I didn't run a step yet. I was just hungry. I was like, I think I need a little like top off. And Annie had her van, and I was like, do you have any snacks in there? And she did. We had that. What was it, like maple soy?
Yeah, I put maple syrup and soy sauce. And then I put a little bit of sesame oil. So they're kind of like a sweet savory combo.
Oh, yum. That sounds so good.
Yeah. So I'm going to do those. I'm going to do those at CCC. So I'll have them at like the crude aid stations, just to like shove some real food in. And then hopefully it'll just like break up some of the palate fatigue you get. So
yeah. That sounds nice.
But
one other thing that I've been telling everybody about as it's been hot is I really like the salt stick. They're called the fast chews, and they're like sweet tarts, but they're like electrolytes. So for everybody listening, they're amazing. They're like, I really like taking them if I'm getting tired of like drinking electrolytes, or even if I have some, like sometimes it's just nice to chew on that. And I do really feel like it helps, like when it's really hot out, just like taking a little handful of those, chewing them down, helps with any little like light heat cramps or heat fatigue in the legs. And you can get them in the big bottles or in the little single pack guys.
Yeah, I feel like I see those at like the checkout at REI sometimes. They're like, you should get these. And they are so tasty.
The green apple ones literally taste like sweet tarts. And sweet tarts were like my favorite candy as a kid. So
so on the shoe front, what shoes have you guys been loving for summer? I know we just dropped our Silent 2 reviews. I put a lot of miles in those, but what's been on your shoe radar?
been wearing the normal Cadiz a lot, actually, and I really, really like this shoe. I mean, I like the other normal shoes that we got, the Virag, which are like the really lightweight ones. And the Cadiz have been really nice. Like, it just seems like they fit my feet well. I've worn them for like very long runs, like mountainy runs. I feel like I don't have the right sock for it yet. Like, there'll still be a point, like after, you know, 3 hours of running where my feet get a little sweaty and I feel like they move around a bit, but like the grip is really nice and my feet don't get like as tired in them or like they're not getting stiff after a long time. And like I still feel comfortable like running down like uneven terrain. And yeah, they're great shoes. And I think that they can really be used for like a lot of things. Like I think a lot of people could use them for like so many things and they would really work. So that's been my top shoe so far.
Amazing. Yeah, I've gotten some good miles in on those shoes too. I think I find I've enjoyed them a lot on like pretty like maybe smoother terrain. I took them on some like techie terrain and was like having a little bit of trouble, but I think I think that might have just been like that was very, very technical terrain. So it was like yeah, I think they did great on like the Mike Harris trails where they're like smooth and they were really fun and I love them. They're like super cushy. And like also they're just like very comfortable around your ankle. Like they're so cushioned. Like you just like put them on and you're like, oh, this feels nice.
Yeah. So. It's like a good balance of like cushy to firm for me, I think, where like I think some shoes are like way cushier. And I like kind of that middle ground. I like a firm shoe, but it's hard to wear for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I know I'm actually currently wearing the Norda 055s. And I think we've all been putting some good miles in those. And I mean, I still have a lot of testing to do in these, but I'm really, really enjoying them. Talk about a cushy shoe. But the one thing I will say is like they're so
even
cushy.
the tongue is like full cush. It feels like you could like push it, pump it up.
Yeah, I know. It's a little confusing, the tongue.
I agree.
I'm confused by it.
My
but
first look was like, what?
Yeah, you were like, is there a problem with this? But but I'm enjoying them a lot. I wore them on Sunday for 3 hours, like up and down. And I would say like the biggest thing is like they are insanely grippy. I find them like
grippy.
Like almost like okay, I don't want to say this because I don't want it to be it's not negative, but like maybe like too grippy. I don't know. Like they just like stick to like if you're going downhill, the grip just like it just grips onto like everything. I don't know how to describe it. It's wild.
I thought like when we were going down Glory, which is what is the grade of Glory? Like it's probably
I think it's 34%. 30.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
I was like so thankful for them because I was like, oh, these are like, you look at the shoe and you're like, no chance that's a stable like shoe. And I have found that because I think I did. Oh yeah, I did 25 miles out of the box in them. And that like, I was blown away with how well they handled descents. Like the grippiness, the stability. I'm not gonna say they're nimble. Like I don't think nimble is the word. I've actually been I've been going back and forth between the 005 and the 055 just to like compare. And like the 055s, the 005s are definitely nimble. I mean, it's like a lighter, faster shoe. But I'm really impressed with those shoes. I can like see how Rachel Entrekin wore them for 250 miles.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Like 100%. I'm like, maybe I should go run. Maybe I could go run 100 or 250 miles in these shoes. Like they're like, I know. I don't think I should or could, but they are kind of delusional in that way. Like illusions of grandeur.
You said that actually.
When I was running in them.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
They're just so comfortable. I like them. You don't. I think you like don't sink into the foam as much as like other cushy shoes. You just So yeah. So that's been good.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you guys are loving for summer? I
want to do a quick shout out, and because I think we actually all agree, and we're gonna do a Substack on this of like our summer roundup, and we'll go way more in depth. So I want to shout out two things. My Amazfit watch, T-Rex 44 T-Rex. Sorry.
Pro.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
TX3 Pro 44. Yeah.
The TX3 Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We've been testing this for a few months now, and like tech, just you kind of need it. You need to test it longer, in my opinion. And so
a lot.
Want to shout this watch out because I really liked it so far. And I haven't gone back to I have a Sunto 9, so it's old, but I haven't gone back to that since I started wearing this. And I have my cat on the screen, so it's special. But do a bigger write up on that. And then the Rabbit Fast Track tee.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love this tee.
Love this shirt.
Yeah. I think Rabbit really knocked it out of the park with this. I think creating like a very tech performance oriented tee. And it has cropped fit, longer sleeves.
The longer sleeves are great.
Yeah, love the longer sleeves.
The material, it feels like very durable and breathable. It's just a really great shirt. Rabbit, absolutely love.
And it's not too cropped, right? Like I think it still works with a vest. You know how like some really boxy crop shirts don't work that well with a vest? I think this still does I think it still looks pretty good with a vest.
Agreed. Yep. I think Rabbit did a great job with that. And I'm excited just to see. I think Rabbit is making some more like forays into more kind of like that, almost more like slightly more performance-y type fit and material. And I just think that it's a really great direction for them because they did a great job. And I also, they sent us the rain jacket and pants that they created that are UTMB specific, and they're super lightweight. We haven't done a review because I haven't run out in the rain with them, but like initial thoughts are just like really lightweight would be amazing for like a required gear list where maybe you're putting it on for like half hour, an hour if it's getting cold or rainy, but super stoked on that. Awesome. Well, I think we'll do a full write-up on all of the summer gear that's keeping us going and getting us to start lines for our respective races this summer and fall. But it's always so fun to catch up with you guys and just...
It's been so long.
I know. It has.
And we'll all be together in person.
Yes. We should try to... It would be fun to do like an in-person recording, like a live. I keep saying this is like live from Chamonix. I don't know. We could do that.
Live from Chamonix.
But I hope everything goes smoothly for you both in the next couple weeks before the travel. And as always, it's so fun to connect. And we'll see you guys in the group chat.
Thanks. Good luck moving, Rachel.
Bye, everybody.
Great.
Bye.